Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another college football dynasty series. That is right. After we got done with the BYU series, we won a national championship with them. I ascended to heaven after becoming Mormon, and winning a national championship was really the bookend of that. I promised that we'd be back with another Dynasty series, full season per episode series, and here we are. It is the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Yes, Rutgers may not seem on the surface like a team that would be fitting of a full season dynasty rebuild like BYU or last season when we did Ohio and all that kind of stuff. But Rutgers has been kind of bottom of the barrel ever since they joined the Big Ten. And they've been in the Big Ten for a while now, probably close to a decade at this point. They've been in the Big Ten. It's been a while, maybe a little bit less than a decade because they weren't in the Big Ten when NCAA 14 came out in 2013 because I remember having to put Maryland and Rutgers in the Big Ten every single time I would load up a dynasty in that game. So they had to have joined sometime after 2013, which they probably joined like 2014, 2015, something like that. Around that time is when they joined. So it is getting close to a decade of Rutgers being in the Big Ten. And ever since they joined, they just haven't been able to compete. They can't get the same level of recruits as the top teams in the Big Ten. They can't compete with the top tier teams. And a lot of people have been wanting Maryland and Rutgers and even Nebraska to be kicked out of the Big Ten because they're bringing down the conference. But we're here to change that. We are here to change that. We are here to make Rutgers a big household name because football was started with Rutgers. Like, I'm pretty sure the first ever college football game was played in Rutgers Place. So there's a lot of history with this program. There's a lot of history, but recent history has not been amazing. I'll say that much. Now there are some historical players to come out of Rutgers. I mean, off the top of my head, you've got players. Hold on. Hold on. I know that there's players that came out of Rutgers that were actually pretty decent, but I'm blanking on them. I want to say the McCourty brothers. Rutgers best football players. I think the McCourty brothers came out. Ray Rice, yes, that's who I was thinking of. But I couldn't confirm or deny if Ray Rice actually came out of Rutgers or not. But the McCourty brothers did play. I was pretty sure that they did play at Rutgers. And then you've got guys like Jeremy Zuta, Kenny Britt, Brian Leonard. Who else is here that's notable? Bo Melton, recently at least. Gus Edwards, the Gus Bus. Sebastian Joseph Day, defensive tackle. There's some decent names, but obviously you got Ray Rice and the McCourty brothers, who are the most prominent names. And I thought that's who that was. I just wanted to confirm that that's actually who I was thinking of. So you've got some big names in the program's history, but not recently any like huge star-studded names. And I want to change that. I want to make this team back to what they used to be, back in the day, back in the good old days. So it starts here, season one, in this episode. If you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. Let's do this thing. We are here. Week number one of the 2025 season. I did not change the schedule. So we are playing everybody that Ohio or that Rutgers plays in season one, including Ohio State and Penn State at the end of the season. So this year is gonna go not so great. I'm gonna have to be serious about that. We're not gonna have a great year. But as long as we can have a good recruiting year, that's really all that matters. We only have 500 hours, and I've put my 500 hours into some 5 stars and then a lot of 4 stars. I will say, when I simulated from week 0 to week 1, after getting the preseason board all figured out and all that kind of stuff and putting my hours where I wanted them, we got locked out of a lot of players that I put hours on. So this recruiting year is going to be pretty difficult for Rutgers. But let's go meet the team. Let's go meet the team, see what we're working with in year number one. We have a senior quarterback in Athan, not Nathan, Athan Kaliak Manis, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. He's only an 81 overall. He's not great both in real life and in the game. And he's going to be our guy, though. We're going to have to hope that he's good. Then we've got AJ Saras, or Charase, as a true sophomore backup quarterback. And then I've decided to redshirt the freshman Sean Ashenfelder because he's got at least a decent potential to be good in a couple of years. 83 speed, 85 excel, 83 agility, 86 throw power. It's better than anything I found in recruiting this year in terms of like the high school seniors. So Ashenfelder could be our guy for the future, but I want to give him as much time on campus as possible. So we're going to put the red shirt on him. We'll go with these two quarterbacks for year one. Most likely it'll just be Kaliak Manis. But we'll see what happens. It's not going to be a good year. We've got Antoine Raymond, who I'm very excited about. True sophomore, 88 speed, 92 excel. Very, very good running back. I like him a lot. And then he's going to be paired up with CJ Campbell Jr., who's got 90 speed, 92 excel. I am redshirting a couple of running backs, a sophomore and a freshman, because we've got a junior and a senior behind them. That this running back room is pretty packed right now. So I had to redshirt some people. At the wide receiver position, we've got senior redshirt DT Sheffield, who is very good, but only we're going to have 1 year of him, so might as well make it count. Then we've got Ian Strong, who's a true junior. A lot of true graduates here, or true, what would be the word? A lot of guys without red shirts, basically, is what I'm saying. Junior, sophomore, a couple sophomores, a lot of freshmen in this receiver room. So I've redshirted 3 players, including a junior, Dylan Braithwaite, but he's got 96 speed, 96 SL, so having possibly 2 seasons with him would be very, very sick next year because he's not going to play this year. So having 2 seasons with him with some potential upgrades could definitely help him out because 96 speed, 96 SL definitely is going to play next year, I would assume. But we've got a lot of depth in this wide receiver room, which is why I'm not going super heavy on wide receivers and recruiting. I am going after the number 1 player in the country, as I always do in every dynasty, and he just so happens to be a receiver, but we probably won't get him, so it doesn't really matter. But I am excited about these young players that we have down here, and these other true freshmen that are going to actually be playing have a chance to be very, very good. We got Michael Thomas, can't guard Mike, Jordan Houston, we got Ben Black, KJ Duff. Young wide receiver room with a lot of potential. At tight end, we've got a lot of old guys. I am going to be redshirting 2 junior tight ends because it's just a jam-packed room, but everybody is upperclassmen. A lot of guys in this tight end room. At left tackle, the offensive line in general is not super good. It's very old, very experienced, and kind of low overall. So offensive line is definitely going to be a need for us in the future. I have some guys redshirted as well. Edge rushers, we have Eric O'Neal, who's going to be fairly good for season 1. Bradley Weaver alongside him. A couple of guys redshirted. Elijah King could have some potential in a couple of years. Who knows? Doug Blue Eli is our defensive tackle, number 1. He's a senior redshirt. Very old defensive tackle room as well. This whole team is very old. A lot of upperclassmen on this Rutgers season 1 team. But that's only good news for the next couple of years because then we'll be super, super young in a couple of years. We've got a senior middle linebacker. We've got a senior will linebacker. I've redshirted a couple of underclassmen right down there. At corner, we've got some old corners at the top, but then a lot of younger guys. Well, not a lot. We've got 3 younger guys. 2 that I've redshirted. I've redshirted 3 in general, and then I've got a true freshman, Michael Clayton, probably going to be playing because he's a 75. I can't deny 75, at least a little bit of play time. He might get on the field a little bit. At safety, we've got a very old secondary. We've got a sophomore in Alonzo Calhoun who could get some play time. At kicker, I've redshirted Riley McCann because he's a junior. And then Jacob Anderson is our true sophomore punter. So it's a very, very old Rutgers team, which could work in our favor in the next couple years. But right now, it's going to be a little tricky to to do all this. So if you're not familiar with how this one season or full season Dynasty works per episode, is we jump in, we play the moments for each game, every game, and then we recruit and we go through the whole season and postseason and off season in the whole video. So stick around, buckle up, it's going to get crazy. But first, I want to get into the coach abilities. I am a recruiter for this Rutger Dynasty because I figured being a recruiter would probably help us out the most because we need to basically recruit everybody. So I thought recruiter would probably be better than being a motivator right now. I'm going to just go through and boost up every single recruiter section. And I can't get the defensive lineman, but at least we're up to tier 2 on most of the recruiter sections. 110 points doesn't get you very far. But I thought for this dynasty, being a recruiter would probably help out because we are very old, and having as good a chance to recruit younger players and getting them in the system is probably the best we can do. So we're going to jump in here, play this first game against Ohio, one of our former not stream dynasties. Well, I guess it was technically a stream dynasty at the very beginning, but then I turned it into just a regular dynasty. But our first one, back when we had like Dougie Sims, that was back in College Football 25. We take on Ohio. We are a better team than them overall wise. We need to just go out and win. I want to get used to this team. I want to feel how they play, but I want to win overall wise because we need to boost up those grades so we can end up getting those better recruits. Taking on Ohio, our first game of the season. We're already down 3-0. That's not a good sign. We do take the lead 7-3. 10-7, Ohio has it. We'll jump in here second quarter. SHI Stadium, as I like to call it, SHI Stadium. We are taking them on. Kaliak Manis on the field, 3rd and inches. I'm going to have to hit the tight end right here. He's going to hold on for the catch. Big first down. Athan's got 135 yards and a touchdown so far. I don't like the name Athan. Why would you not name them? If you're going to name them Athan, why not just put the N and name them Nathan? Why do you have to be specifically Athan? I don't like it. Shame on the parents for naming him Athan. They wanted to be different, I guess. But as you can see back there on the stands, the birthplace of college football, 1869. Rutgers has got a deep history in college football, and we need to get them back to the top of the mountain. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Kaliak Manis delivers a big-time touchdown pass, and we are into the second half now, driving third quarter as night has fallen here in New Jersey. Let's see if we can get a first down here. I'm going to go underneath. It's wide open. It's Strong, and Strong will have a strong catch. See what I did there? You like it? Was that funny? Let's go probably to Strong. No, he's not open. Kaliak Manis having to scramble. Is that open? I think it might be. Duff comes back to the football. Good job, Duff. KJ Duff, the true sophomore with the catch. We will hand this to Antoine Raymond and see if he can get in. He's hurdling. He's in the air. Touchdown, Rutgers. I did not hurdle him, I promise you. He just did that on his own. He got flipped, turned inside out, held onto the football, and scored the touchdown. Antoine Raymond. Oh my God, looking like a spinning top or something in the air. Actually insane. He just hurdled on his own and flips full 360. That was kind of crazy. We are up 21-10, now 21-13, 28-13. I feel like this one's a little bit in control now. We don't really have to do much, and we do hold on for the victory. So we start the first season with a win, 28-13. Now, to be fair, it is against Ohio at the end of the day, but still, a big win. Starting the season out right, starting the coaching career of Scarlet Juice out on the right track. We will advance to week number 2. I also want to go over Rutgers' recent history. We should probably take a look at that as well. So let's go to the coach contracts here. So the past couple of years, they've been just basically straight up mediocre at 7-6, 4-8, 5-8, 3-6 in the COVID year. A couple of really bad years, 1-11, 2-10. Yeah, ever since they've been in the Big Ten, which is like around this period right here, has just been tragically bad. But they had some good seasons. I mean, look at these: 11-2, 8-5, 9-4. These are probably the Ray Rice years around this time, somewhere in here. 2011, 2012, they won bowl games. I mean, they've had some ups in the past couple decades, but the most recent decade has been pretty disgusting. We'll see if we can get them back to top form. We take on Ohio in the second game of the episode, or the second game of the season. We got to get rid of this guy off the board because he doesn't like us. We got to get rid of this guy off the board because he doesn't like us. We're going to be having a lot of that, aren't we? A lot of guys that don't like us. We are making a push for the #1 player in the country. We're in on Greg Luther as well. I should probably switch from 25 to 50 on him, but as you can see, our grades, we have a couple A pluses, but other than that, they're not super amazing. I'm going to just basically switch to 50 on all of these important players that I absolutely want to go after, and I don't want to get lost in the sauce. So I'm going to switch to 50 on them. We'll keep the 25 on a lot of these guys. Quarterback, I kind of like what we're working with at quarterback right now with the freshman that I've redshirted, but I did find this guy, Nathan Krause, who's 6'3", 195 from Long Island City, and he's got 87 throw power, 80 speed. He's nothing special, but he's got no offers, and I could certainly see myself taking Nathan Krause in this recruiting class. Absolutely. I did also have Angelo Yoshivas, who I don't really like that much. I should probably just take him off the board, but he's still here. There is a really, really good running back that I'm really interested in. It's this guy, Amari Fleming. He's got 94 speed, 94 excel, 79 carrying. I'm really excited about Amari Fleming, so I'm going hard on him. We are #1 on a few different guys' boards, so I probably should just put some hours into them so that we can get them. They are 3 stars, but hey, at the end of the day, it is Rutgers, and we are kind of in need of just anybody. We kind of just need bodies because we have a lot of old guys. So if it does happen to be just 3 stars that we bring in, well, not just 3 stars, but if our class is mainly 3 stars, that might not be bad. Might not be as bad as it may seem. We'll try to get in on some of them, see what happens, but I'm going after some big-time 5 stars. Now, I guarantee you we only come away with maybe one of them, and if it is just one of them, I hope it's Amari Fleming. We might not even come away with any 5 stars, but you got to try. You always got to try to bring in some 5 stars, even when you're a bad team. We take on Miami in Game 2. This also should be a win. They're the same kind of competition as Ohio, and we kind of destroyed Ohio, so this also should be a win, and it just gives us a chance to get more familiar with the squad. We start game #2 at home here against Miami, and we're hoping to take control of this game just like we did against Ohio, and it looks like we might be able to, although 3rd down and 7 from the 13-yard line is not the most ideal situation to be in. We'll try to jump in here and get this done. Kaliak Manis in the gun, and I like circle right here. Circle's open. It's going to be strong with a big catch. I probably should have done run after the catch, and it probably would have got a touchdown there. Is Miami? Ooh, Miami actually puts a touchdown on the board, but with 14 seconds left, actually 10 seconds left, the clock is moving. We got to get this ball into the end zone somehow. I don't know how that's going to happen. Kaliak Man is scrambling. There's nobody open. Come back to the football, please. It's going to be incomplete. It never was going to work. There's not enough room to run 4 verticals like that, so it was just never going to work, unfortunately. So we enter the half tied at 7 against Miami. Not ideal, but it looks like we are punching it in right there, and we do 14-7. Miami pushing the football on us a little bit. I'm a little scared about this Miami squad right now. They get a field goal out of it. 4th quarter action. We jump in here. It's 3rd down and 3. We're going to hand this off to Benjamin and hope that he can get the first down. Handoff, good blocking. Benjamin's got more than the first down. He's got a touchdown. Benjamin to the end zone, scoring. Just like that, we open this game up. I was just going for a simple little first down, and he ends up popping it for a touchdown. Now, Miami did get a touchdown themselves, so it's 21-16. But Antoine Raymond gets another big handoff. Are we actually a good running team? We do have a very experienced offensive line and a very quality running back in Antoine Raymond, so it makes sense. And now Miami's going to be using their timeouts. I don't really like the fact that we are in a close game somewhat against a team like Miami of Ohio, but hey, that's what it is. That's the way. That's the state of the program here at Rutgers right now. And you know what? They've been so bad in the Big Ten that I feel like Rutgers needs to lose that S. They don't deserve to have the S. So from now on, we're going to refer to them as Rutger until we've won enough games to earn the S back. Look at Sheffield, baby. Sheffield with a big first down. That might have done enough to put the game away. I know we got to get to the 2-minute warning, which is going to come right here, and I'm not going to snap this football, but we might have done enough with that first down to get this game over with. We'll see what happens after we come back from the other side of the 2-minute. Kaliak Manis has done a good job. Micah Alejado leads college football in passing yards this year. It's nice to see. It's very nice to see, considering we are familiar with Hawaii's roster after last season's Dynasty that we did. And Antoine Raymond officially puts this game to bed by getting that first down right there. We will win game 2. Now, we did start with a couple of cupcakes against Ohio and against Miami, but hey, that's what the schedule was. I didn't change it. And we win game number 2. It's always nice to win the first 2 games. Considering our Big Ten schedule that we have coming up, it's always nice to win the easy ones. We get a nice little level up as well. And now we take on, I think we have an FCS school. So we should be 3-0 headed into Big Ten play, if everything goes the way that it should. Recruiting's still looking okay, as good as it can look, I guess. We are climbing on the board for a few of these guys. We've jumped into number 1 spot for Amari Fleming. That is really big. We're battling for a lot of these guys. It is going to be a tough battle, obviously. But we're still looking good. We haven't jumped into the board yet for Nathan Krause. We're on the lead for all of these guys except for Pat Doss. Let's take out Tony Laurello. Chip Heel? We're number 1 on a few guys. You know what? Let me switch Roger Woods with Pat Doss, because Pat Doss, we're number 4 on his board. We can get to number 1. We're already number 1 on Roger Woods, so we might as well just switch that, keep that number 1 spot with him. But that is where recruiting is for week 3. We take on FCS East. This one we probably shouldn't have to jump in much at all, because we should just easily cruise to a victory against FCS East. Yeah, this one probably not much to see. Taking on FCS East, like I said in the intro, or before we jumped into this game, we probably won't have to jump in too much. It is FCS at the end of the day. But we only put up 3, and now FCS has taken the tie. They've tied it 3-3, so now I do feel like I have to jump in here. We've got Antoine Raymond. We've got Kaliak Manis. Let's punch this in. Oh, he got to the backfield. Wow. Really? You're going to have a guy just escape the backfield? And FCS East calls a timeout. Strange decision, I guess. Maybe they didn't like who they had in the field, the personnel they had in the field. They want to change it. I don't know. But we call another run, and this time Raymond is in. Touchdown, Rutger. Let's get more points and not let FCS East... Oh, my God, this defense. Another field goal. We score a touchdown. We get the ball back again, but then we give it back to them. Now we have the ball back again. Can we please put some more touchdowns on the board? There we go. 24-6. Now we're starting to pull away a little bit. Now we're showing the talent discrepancy. This is how it should be. 27-6. Fourth quarter action. Yeah, this one's over, especially with another touchdown, but this one is certainly over anyway. It's just nice to actually put it away. It should have been put away earlier, but that's the way this game goes sometimes. Sometimes FCS in play the moments can dominate. You never know. I've seen it happen before. Hand off to Raymond, and he's going to bounce off a tackle. I thought he was going to get brought down immediately, but he bounces off a tackle. And I'm going to have to give this ball to Benjamin this time. 3rd and 2. Handoff is to Benjamin. He's going to squeeze his way through, and Benjamin's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. That's huge. We are doing what we came to do, and that's blow out an FCS school. And that is the end of the game. We win 34-6. I was a little bit concerned with the defense at the beginning, allowing 2 field goals in the first half, but then we didn't allow any other points the rest of the game. So defense came to play. And we open up Big Ten play next week, I think, and we're 3-0 in non-conference. That's what you wanted. We could not have afforded to lose any of these 3 games before we get into Big Ten play, because we know how tough the Big Ten is going to be for us this year. Especially those last 2 games. I'm not looking forward to those final 2 games of the season. But we open up against ranked Iowa, number 24. They're also 3-0. That's going to be a tough game. We have jumped into number 1 for Brenton Hyde, the number 1 player in the country. He's 6'4", 205. We've also jumped to number 1 for Greg Luther. Still number 1 for Amari Fleming. Oh my God, we are number 1 for all these guys. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We've been number 1 on 5 stars before in these types of videos, and we lost them in the end. So don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's looking good. We are starting to slip down the board on some of these other players. We do need to get some. Pat Doss has locked us out, unfortunately. So there's so much for me putting the 10 points into him. Stan Lucky will take out the board. Brand exposure is really killing us. Brand exposure is really killing us. I'm going to keep Ndukwe on this board, even though he's got a deal breaker for brand exposure, because nobody else has even offered him. So as long as nobody else offers him, he'll still commit here, even without the recruiting. But we are falling down on the board a little bit on some of these guys. We should be fine. We should be fine, I say. And I'm just hoping that these 5-star recruitments go our way. Who knows? But this is our first real test. We play 4 straight home games, which is pretty sick, but our first real test against a ranked Iowa team. I can't guarantee a win, and I would not be surprised if we didn't win. Big Ten schedule opens up here against number 24 Iowa. This one could get a little sketchy. Our first real tough test, a top 25 team. And we have 3 points, or we have 2 field goals, 6 points on the board. But Iowa seems to be turning the ball over because we're getting the ball back almost immediately every time after we kick a field goal. So we have the ball right here in the red zone. Iowa, another possible future Dynasty team that we take control of and try to rebuild, because Iowa's offense historically has been non-existent. They've been like a run game, and then defense is really all they are. And that's going to be dropped by Strong. I tried to get the catch and run, but the ball was thrown slightly behind him, so it didn't end up working that way. I do have a team in mind for after I get done with Rutgers, but I'm not going to obviously tell you just yet. You'll have to wait and see until we're done with this. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully we get maybe, I'd say, 4 or 5 episodes like we did with... Oh, I baited that so hard. 4 or 5 episodes like we did with BYU before we win a championship. That seems to be a good template for winning a title. 20-0. Oh my God, are we actually legit this year? We are blowing out Iowa. Maybe Iowa's not as good as their ranking suggests. They have a donut on the board. Okay, they finally get a touchdown, but maybe they went for 2 and didn't get it. I don't know, but it's 23-6. Now it's 23-12, 23-13. All right, things are getting a little bit tighter, so we'll have to jump in here and make sure that Iowa doesn't come back. But the defense for most of the game, putting a shutout on the board against 24 Iowa, kind of insane. That's going to be an immediate flag as soon as I threw it. What's the flag going to be? Illegal man downfield or a holding? It's just a holding. They couldn't call that earlier before I threw the football. And a brutal holding call on a 3rd and 6 makes it 3rd and 16. Killing the drive, basically, unless something crazy happens on this play. Just can't have those penalties in these situations. I got to get that ball away, and not even going to matter. He wouldn't have got the first down anyway, so that's disappointing. Iowa now has it, but we get the ball back and we hold on for the win, so nothing about that last drive mattered. We hold on. We upset Iowa. They're no longer going to be ranked, but that is a big win on our resume. Now, Iowa, who knows how they finish the season? We're still super early, so who knows how they finish the season. But that is a big win on our resume. All we can do is play the teams that are scheduled. So I can't control how good they do the rest of the season. But when we played them, they were number 24 and we beat them. So that's a big win. We start our Big Ten campaign 1-0. And that actually wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I thought we'd struggle a little bit more against them. We did not. Now we take on Minnesota. Finally, a road game. Feels like, well, it has. That's why it feels like, because we have played all of our games so far at home. We can finally start scheduling some visits now for a few of the 5 stars, at least a couple. We're losing out on a lot of people that have locked us out. But I did see that Vi's son can get scheduled for a visit. He's from Illinois, so it's going to cost him 25 to come over here. Ty Hess. We might have to be out on Ty Hess. He is from New York, which is super helpful. We could probably get into this race if we put more hours on him. Kareem Ogle, we got to get out of this race. We can't even schedule him on a visit until week 11. So, no, we're done on this one. Let's jump out of the race on Kareem Ogle. And then we can go a little bit harder on Ty Hess. I can put a full 50 bomb on him and get him on campus week 8 against, probably not against Oregon, though. Because we're probably not going to win that game, so I don't want him to see a loss. I'll give him the Maryland game, because the Maryland game we can win, I think. Coach Prestige is only a C+ for us this year. We'll do championship contender since we know that's what he likes. All right, so we've scheduled our first visit. It is for a 4-star, but hey, it's whatever. We need all the bodies we can get. Now we take on Minnesota. First road game of the year. We finally get to see the test of our defense on the road. Minnesota's a solid team, nothing special. Kind of middle of the road in the Big Ten. We're trying to get to that caliber. We're bottom tier. We're trying to get to middle of the pack in the Big Ten. Can we beat Minnesota? I think we can, but you never know. It's the first game on the road. You don't know how the team's going to play. First road test of the season. Week 5 against Minnesota, and we got to stop them from rowing the boat. They want to row the boat. We can row them down the river to a loss. 3rd and 3. First big moment. Let's jump in and get this. We're going to go quickly. That's going to be Black. He's got it. First down. Good job. He took a shot and held on. Now it's another 3rd down situation. This time 3rd and 5. This is probably just going to be a throw to Benjamin out of the backfield here. And he is open enough. Benjamin's got it, and he's got more than that. He's almost got a touchdown. Down to the 4. Really successful play right there. And I think we hand this off to Antoine Raymond and see if he can punch it in. Raymond is going to get in. I thought he was going to be down, but he somehow stayed on his feet. He got in, and that's 5 big booms for Antoine Raymond. We lead 7-0. Minnesota slowly but surely driving the football. Keeps going back and forth now. Can we punch it in? Quarter is about to end here. 3rd and 7. Tough spot to be in. I don't like this. The lighting is kind of insane right now. But Weber's wide open. He gets the first down. Timeout called by Minnesota. PJ Fleck and the Flecktones not happy with what's going on right now. We lead 14-0 at half. Okay, this defense is actually playing really solid right now. We've played really well against number 24 Iowa at the time, number 24 Iowa. And now unranked Minnesota. The defense is pretty good. 3rd and 10 screen pass? Why not? Why not a 3rd and 10 screen pass? Oh, he barely survived it. Timeout called by Minnesota. Doesn't get the first down. We probably will have to punt this away. Minnesota's got it. They give it the ball back to us. We give it back to them, but there's not a lot of time left. We shut out Minnesota at their building, which is kind of crazy. PJ Fleck and the Flecktones could not handle it. No scoring in the second half from either team. But hey, a 5-0 season for Rutgers is way better than I thought we'd start. To be fair, we have kind of had a cupcake schedule, but that's what Rutgers' schedule was looking like. We move on to week number 6. This is a pretty good start to the season. We are 1 win away from being bowl eligible as our brand exposure starts to get a little bit better. We've got our week 6 bye. We are going to be starting to get into the meat of the season. We are going to be starting to play Oregon and Ohio State and Penn State. Lamar Sly has locked us out, unfortunately. We do need to bring in Lawrence Pope, committed to Syracuse. We do need to get a tight end. So I need to make sure that some tight end commits to the school. We got at least one 3-star here that's interested. There's also a 2-star, but I'm not super interested in a 2-star. 2-stars don't really interest me. Pure blocker is not where I want to go. A physical route runner, but only 6'2". That's a little small for a tight end. There's a couple 6'3" route runners. 6'4" route runner Nate Cho. We'll put these guys on the board. See if we can get on them. Neither of them have scholarships, so who knows what's going to happen with them. All right, so we have 25 hours. We need to schedule some visits. So Brenton Hyde can now come on campus. He only costs 10. We can get him on on Oregon, but we're almost guaranteed to lose that game, so I don't want to do that. Let's do week 11. He needs playing time. Perfect. A+. Thank God he was only 10. That's super helpful. Mukwamu? Oh, God, I shouldn't recruit guys that I can't pronounce their names. We are falling down the board on Vi's son, and Wisconsin has scheduled a week 11, so they take away our week 11 visit to Maryland. That's a little upsetting. We are starting to pull a lead for Ty Hess, but he might just outright go to Penn State or Miami. We might be out of the race on him already. Johnny Law, that's a crazy name. Unfortunately, everybody has scheduled visits except for week 12, which is our bye week. But I don't think bye week visits do anything, do they? I'm going to still schedule it. I don't think bye week visits do much. It looks like we're going to lose out on Tavon Bituli. Let's just take him off the board because we're not going to be in on him. A lot of these visits are tough, man. A lot of these recruitments are tough. We've jumped to number 1 on Nathan Krause because nobody else is even offering him. So we're looking good there. I need to make sure that we have the rest of these guys scheduled. So Mukwamu, we now have enough hours to schedule a visit. We can do week 11 as well. He also likes playtime. Most people are going to have good playtime as a grade because our team is very old, so everybody's basically going to be able to play. As long as you're a warm body and you're interested in coming here, you're pretty much going to be able to play. But now we have Oregon coming up. I'm not super excited. Let's just say that. I'm not super excited about Oregon because they are going to probably kill us. We did lose out on Hess. I probably should have pulled my points on him. We did get, yeah, I figured that was going to happen, but I wanted to keep him on there just in case. We are also losing out on Johnny Law, which is just a crazy good name. I hate the fact that we're losing out on him. This is not ending up going as well as I wish it would. We can get Amari Fleming on campus. He costs 40, though. That's pretty brutal. I'm going to have to get him on week 11 as well. He likes pro potential. And how's our pro potential? B+, or B-, I mean. But playing time's a B, so we'll schedule him for that. 40 is pretty rough, though. Week 11's a big recruiting game. Conference prestige, good thing the Big Ten's pretty good. Vi's son, we can get him on campus. I'm going to have to do week 14. He's going to do playing time. Hopefully he does. He's probably going to commit to Rutgers, Wisconsin, isn't he? We have a C+, an A+, and a D are the grades that he likes. That is not ideal. We're probably going to lose out on him. Johnny Law, yeah, Johnny Law is probably out the door, isn't he? I'm just going to take him off the board. We're not going to get him. Even though it's a legendary name, there's no shot we get Johnny Law. I will schedule Gordon Allen for a visit because we're going to need him. And I think with these last few hours, I will put some stuff on some other guys. I do need to go and get more guys on this board, though, because we are very, very thin. So let's go add some more guards to this board because everybody seems to not want to come play for us. So Johnny Law, not coming here. But the rest of these guards we can add to the board and possibly recruit. We just need some bodies. We need some bodies on this roster, especially at offensive line. All right, we'll see what happens. This is a big game. We are now ranked. We are now ranked number 20. We're undefeated, taking on Washington on the road. This would be a devastating game to lose, especially when we have the Oregon game right after this. So if we can go into that Oregon game undefeated, that would be the ideal situation. Thankfully, it's at home. We don't have to go to Eugene. But then we have Purdue, we have Illinois, we have Maryland. We have 3 really easy games right after the Oregon game. So if we can just get through this stretch against Washington and Oregon, as we're on a little Pacific Coast little stretch right here, if we can just get through these guys, we can win all these games. There's a world where we can be 6, 7, 8, 9. We can be 9-3 this season, and I would say that is a major W if everything goes our way. We could even possibly be more than that if we were able to, I don't know, upset Ohio State or upset Oregon or upset Penn State. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's a world where we can be 9 wins at our lowest. We'll see if that happens. Massive game against Washington. The Huskies are a good team, but they have 1 loss. We finally allow a touchdown early in the game. That feels like we haven't done that all season. But it's 10-0 Washington early in this game. This might be a game where we have to really focus and really jump in. It's on the road. We got the black unis for the first time this season. I'm throwing that to Antoine Randall. Touchdown! Antoine Raymond. Touchdown. He caught that and scored the touchdown. Antoine Raymond is a god. I don't know how he caught that. That was insanely cool. And now we're at the 5. 1st and goal. We got all the time in the world here to score this touchdown. I'm going to go right here. It's going to be roughing the passer? No, it's going to be a hold. I hate holds, man. Holds are the most frustrating penalty you can have, man. You got a good drive going, and then all of a sudden you back up 10 freaking yards. All because an offensive lineman can't figure out how to block. All right. 1st and goal now from the 15, but maybe that's for the best. Maybe that gives us a little bit more space to work with. Timeout called by Washington. 10-7 game. Give me a good play call here. The shallow cross actually might be low-key a really, really good play to call in this situation. Because I think X is wide open, and he is. He holds on. 1st and goal, or not 1st and goal. 3rd down at the 1. That is a massive catch. I wish, if I had to choose, I wish he would have got in. But we're going to give it to Antoine Raymond. He's got the receiving touchdown. Why not give him the rushing touchdown? He's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. We lead on the road. That's big. That's big. Washington can't score. This keeps going back and forth. We have the football. 3rd and 1 from the 29. It's Antoine Raymond again. Got to trust the offensive line. And Raymond will get pushed back. They denied me. Oh my God, that's a crazy good tackle. I skipped the moment for the field goal. We must not have made it, or maybe we went for it and didn't get it. I don't know. I was just hoping we'd drill the field goal and be up 17-10, but that's not the case. We are now down, and I threw a pick. I didn't throw a pick. Duff, or whoever that is, made the catch. Oh my God, Washington is selling the bag right now. It's 3rd and 7. I wish they'd jump me in a little bit earlier than 3rd and 7, but that's okay. Come on, boys. We're not going to get that lucky all the time with Washington. Sheffield gets the 1st down. That's a massive 1st down. And now it's another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 4. Oh my God, Washington, man. This is a tough game. Raymond gets denied. He doesn't even get a yard out of it. Do we take the field goal? Yes, we kicked the field goal. Perfect. They gave me the football back. Oh my God, Washington's sucking right now. They are absolute trash. Cannot move the football. Damon Williams, I can see why he always transfers, because they are trash. And Antoine Raymond with the ball. That'll get us to the 2-minute warning. Okay. There is a good chance, as Antoine Raymond's wear and tear is brutal right now. There is a chance we can win this game on this drive right here. A first down will be crucial, and we'll get it. And not just a first down, a touchdown for Johnson. Okay, things are getting out of control here. We win the game on the road. This Rutgers team is legit. They did actually score. Washington did and get the 2-point. But Jed Fish falls. Man, what a game. Our defense came up so big in that game. They kept giving us the football back so quickly. It was amazing. Now I doubt that's what happens against Oregon, but hey, we did what we needed to do. We've gotten bowl eligible. 6 wins is all you 10 hours on him. Offer the scholarship. Put the 10 hours on him. Go up here to some of these linebackers and edge rushers and put 10 hours on them as well. We'll see what can happen. It's going to be a long, hard road to get these guys, to get these guys committed, especially these top 5 stars. I will be sad if we don't get some of the 5 stars, but I know that it's a pretty long shot to get any of these guys. A plus, C, and then either a C minus or a D plus is not a particularly good hard sell, but it's all we have. It's all we have. And I think it's the only one that we can sell. I'm going to try Football Influencer, man. There's no way that it works, but we might as well do it right now before Penn State overtakes us. Good thing we got these guys on the Week 11 visit. We're going to need it. We are going to need it. But here we go, man. Oregon versus Rutgers. We are number 15 in the nation. They're number 1. There's probably like a 5% chance we win this game, but it's not looking like we're going to win. I would be completely stunned if we were to win this game. It would be huge for our season, but let's not get our hopes up. We take on Oregon. We are at home, which is a little bit of a benefit, but it's the number 1 team in the nation, and we know how good Oregon simulates. Oregon is god tier when it comes to simulation in college football, so we have to play about as good as we can ever play if we want to win this football game. But it would be the upset of the season if we were able to. And Antoine Raymond might say, you know what? We're going to get that upset. Touchdown, Rutgers. Antoine Raymond wants to be part of history. But Oregon goes down the field and just controls the football, scores a touchdown with ease. It's tied at 7. We are in for the fight of our lives, ladies and gentlemen. Strong with a good catch. Some could say it's a strong catch. 2nd and 7. Minute to go. Thankfully, we're at home, so if I want to try to audible out of this hot route and get a little deep threat shots going, I can do that, and they can hear me. I think that might be a good idea. We're going to get that ball out to Strong. He's got a big first down. Peyton Woodyard injured on the play for Oregon. Ian Strong's been a big piece of this season so far. We are under a minute in the half. He's going to get another catch. He just happens to be wide open all the time. Ian Strong with another catch. We're going to hurry up so that the clock continues to move only after the ball is set. We're going to snap it. We're going to find Ian Strong again. I mean, if they're going to leave that wide open, we're going to pick them apart. If they are going to leave that open. I'll go with the mesh spot. Sheffield's one-on-one with the corner over there. He didn't win, unfortunately. Tight end Weber broke the tackle. I'll call my first timeout here. Let's go with the shallow cross. This low-key could be a pretty good play. I'm going to send Sheffield deep. That safety's probably going to drift over. No, he doesn't. Sheffield's wide open. End zone incomplete. Swatted away. I probably should have high-pointed that. A high point might have been better. Good coverage by the corner, though. That's a tight throw. Intercepted. I tried to get too tight on that throw. And I think I pulled the receiver too. He didn't go after the football like I wanted him to. And Oregon leads 14-7. Man, we had our chance there, and I threw the interception. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. I think it's my fault, too. I tried to get a little too tight on that throw. I knew that wasn't where it should be. Although that could be a good throw. Sheffield with the catch and a touchdown. Ethan Kaliakmanis with a beautiful ball. Put that right in the basket. We're right back in this game, although Oregon scores a touchdown, make it 24-14. Oh, man, this Oregon team's so good. Why do they have to be so good, man? I'm going to go to the tight end. It's going to be El Hadi, the senior. Out of bounds at the 4. And we are knocking on heaven's door for a touchdown. First and goal. Come on, Antoine Raymond. You're a god. He's in, untouched to the end zone. We are keeping it close with this Duck squad here. 24-21. We lead at home, or we are down at home. I screwed it up. I screwed it up. I had X open, but I rolled the wrong side, and it was too late because the guy on the outside already had me. I screwed that up. I hate myself. Just get that out of the backfield. Swatted away. I think that might have been Mateo Uyungale who swatted that down. 3rd and 10. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Fire that in. Interception. I knew it. I had to get the ball away. It's going to be a pick 6. No, it's not. But it'll be a touchdown anyway. Nothing was open there. I had to force it. I really did. Oregon's going to... We have the football? They didn't score? Oh my God. We have the football back immediately. What just happened? I don't know how we have the football back without Oregon having a touchdown. Or at least a field goal. But we do. There is still hope. There is still hope we can win this game. We are making Oregon fans sweat. They don't want to see their undefeated season, their perfect season, go by the wayside to a team like Rutgers. If Duff had more speed, man, that would have been a beautiful play. I'm actually nervous. This game is insane. Okay, let's do this. 2 minutes to go. We have 1 timeout. We got to keep that in mind. Oh, that's wide open. I almost didn't see it. Duff stays in bounds. I almost didn't see it. I probably saw it too late, actually. If I would have thrown that on time, he might have had a touchdown there. At least I did see it, because it gets us a big gain. I got to throw that. That's a bad throw. Intercepted on the jump, and it's going to be ball game. Pick 6, Oregon. We're going to lose to them, man. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. That was an open throw. But it was just a little bit behind him. and it ended up being intercepted. That's such a EA Sports interception, man. I hate it. Oh, jeez, Mateo Uyunglele absolutely killed me there. We will lose the game to Oregon at home. God, we were so close. A couple of bad interceptions in the fourth quarter when we needed big plays. Ugh, just such a missed opportunity, man. But now you see why I didn't want to schedule any recruits for that game. It was almost a guaranteed loss, but the fact that we almost upset them was. If we would have gotten blown out, I wouldn't have been as upset. The fact that we were so close makes me super upset because there was a chance. There was a glimmer of hope that we could have actually won that game. God, that sucks. And now Penn State has passed us for Brenton Hyde. I doubt that the hard sell really did much. It has decent influence, but it's not going to really matter. Greg Luther, his hard sell's not going to be much better. It is slightly better, but it's not much. His hard sell is going to probably be football influencer as well. Yeah, it looks like it is. A plus, B, D plus. I mean, that's not great. We need to get these grades up. We need to get these grades as good as we can get them, or we are going to lose all of these guys. Week 11, man. Week 11 is a huge, simply huge recruiting game. And thankfully, it's against Maryland. We should be able to handle them with ease. You would think. We're going to lose Kiki Amati. Yeah, George is taking him. I'm going to take him off the board. He's done. Vi Sun, I doubt we can get in the race for. I'll still try. I don't know why. Probably because I'm stubborn and I don't want to see him lose, see him go away until he's officially gone. So I'll keep trying to battle for him. Gordon Allen, we've been passed on, which is very upsetting. Cam Ringo just yet. Maybe we can get in on him. And then there's another spot for a quarterback, but are any of these quarterbacks any good? Probably not. Dion Hodges is a pure runner. I doubt that's going to be good, but he is a pure runner. We'll throw those guys on the board and see what happens. I'll start dishing out scholarships to everybody. I would like to bring in a full 35 if I can, including transfer portal, obviously. I would like to bring in a full 35 because we're so old at basically every position that we're going to need just bodies everywhere. So we do suffer a loss to Oregon when we should have won the game, but that's just the way that it is. Now we take on a bad Purdue team. This one should be our bounce back game. Taking on Purdue on the road should be a fairly straightforward game. They're not good, and we have been playing above our skis, so we should be better. Although this is a brutal first half. No points for either team so far. We're into the second half. Neither team has any points. Oh my God. 3 points finally by Purdue. Maybe we are worse than I thought. How did we almost beat Oregon and now we come against Purdue? We can't put any points on the board almost through 3 quarters. Little concerning. That's wide open. That's going to be Sheffield first down. They're not going to let me stay in the game, though. We do have a touchdown, 7-3. Can we please stop this team? First time being on defense here, I think all season. We jump in on defense for the first time. They're going to keep it with the running back. He's going to get nothing. They tried to go around. Devin Mockabee, I remember him. I think he was the running back last year against Ohio State when Ohio State played Purdue. That name sounds familiar. Oh no! That was such good vision from Mockabee there. Such good vision. Oh, I hate myself. We secured that side of the field, but they pushed us too far, and the other guy that was getting there, he kind of got like blocked himself, even though he didn't get blocked, and it opened up a huge gap. That's so annoying. That's a great throw. Okay. All right. You know what? Get me out of here. I don't play defense. I don't play defense, man. Get me out of here. Is Purdue going to score? Purdue does score. It's 10-7. This is a one-win Purdue team. We cannot afford to lose this game. If we lose this game, we can kiss all those 5 stars goodbye. We cannot afford to lose this. Oh, I was trying to snap that before the 2-minute warning, but we just couldn't get set in time. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1. It is on the road, but this crowd's not that loud, so we can really do whatever we want. We're going to fire that in. That's going to be Strong. Ian Strong's been a big player for me this season. Probably my favorite target. I haven't done it on purpose. He just kind of happens to be the guy that gets open all the time. He must be in the slot for most of those type of throws. I do tend to favor the receiver in the slot. Landon Brooks injured on the play. Gives us a free timeout. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. Handoff to Benjamin. Did I say Johnson last time? I feel like I called the touchdown Johnson. That's my bad. It's Benjamin. I'm stupid. I apologize. I remember one of those touchdown runs. I called him Johnson. That's on me for not remembering. I have too many players in my head, so I forget sometimes. Or I make mistakes. I'm human. 2nd and 3. I've already called Raymond Randall in this video as well, so I make a lot of mistakes because I'm dumb. 3rd and 5. This is a tough spot to be in. I don't like this. I think I can hit square. Yes! That ball was placed perfectly. Good job, Kaliakmanis. That's a beautiful ball. We'll hand it to Raymond, who's going to be... Unfortunately, that hole was open, but the guy who was getting blocked there got pushed and fell right into his running lane. That's kind of just unfortunate. Ooh, Raymond get the outside. He does. He gets the first down as well. Injury to another Purdue player. Alex Sanford gives us another timeout, which I guess is not a bad thing. You can certainly use another timeout here. Raymond will line up a field goal potentially, but I don't want a field goal. I want a touchdown to win this football game. I want a touchdown to win this football game. I think that's open enough. It is. Weber touchdown. Rutgers has the lead. And we will hold on for the victory. Dear Lord, we almost lost to a one-win football team. If it wasn't for the heroics of Calic Manis in the fourth quarter, we lose to a one-win team. But hey, a W is there. Now we can focus on the Maryland game. Now we can focus on the Maryland game. It should be coming up pretty soon. Big win right there, though. That'll help us in recruiting at least. We do get locked out on some of the guys that I just added, and Vi's son does in fact choose Wisconsin. I kind of knew he was going to choose Wisconsin, but actually seeing it, it's whatever, man. We were going to lose him. We've dropped all the way to third on Brenton Hyde, and Greg Luther we've fallen to second. First on Amari Fleming, but we're going to lose. We've already played our toughest game so far, and we almost beat them. I don't think we're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship this year, but just to be in this conversation is kind of fun. Now we take on Illinois. Should be a victory, but this late in the season, you never know what's going to happen. Taking on Illinois should be another straightforward one, but I thought the Purdue game was going to be straightforward. We had to come back and win in the fourth quarter, so you never know what's going to be straightforward in college football. This one, another slow offensive game, and now we're down 7-0 on the road. This is where things get a little bit tight. I don't like the fact that we struggle. How do we compete with Oregon and Washington and then struggle against Purdue and Illinois? The consistency of this offense is not really there. Let's just go underneath. That's going to be Duff. Big catch. Let's run some hurry up. Caliac Manis with only 61 yards so far. Sheffield's wide open. He's got the first down. Good job. Let's see. Let's just go back to the inside zone. If Raymond's running it, we should be able to get a lot of yards out of it. And look at the blocking. Look at Antoine Raymond, first down. God, he's so good. I'm so happy he's only a sophomore. We're going to get at least another season of him, maybe even 2 more seasons of him if everything goes our way and he chooses to stay for a senior season. Another big first down. But hopefully, if he does come back for a senior season, hopefully by that point, we're a really, really good team. We just obviously got to figure out the quarterback position. And here's Brown, the third string running back into the end zone. I thought that was going to be Benjamin at first, but it's Brown. He gets into the end zone, scores a tutty. We're into the second half now. Illinois starting to make me feel a little bit stressed. My God. Illinois keeps on doing it. It's 21-14. Don't do this to me. Not Illinois. Not the Fighting Illini. Weber with a catch. First down and more. Good job. Caliac Manis has been good. He just hasn't, the defense hasn't been good. We've been allowing Illinois to do whatever they want against us. I got to throw that. I didn't really want to throw that there, but I rolled to the wrong side, so that's my fault, really. Let's just keep running it. Let's just keep on keeping on. Antoine Raymond's getting good blocks, and he's doing his thing. And juke move. Antoine Raymond still fighting down to the 7. This man's a beast. Love him. Maybe be quickly becoming a channel legend. Antoine Raymond. Not much is open except for maybe Raymond. Should not have thrown that. That was risky. That was really risky. Should not have thrown that. Raymond fighting down to the 3. Just give me something to believe in here. They are really stepping up the run blocking. Brown is in the game. I think I got to call a passing play here. I don't think a run works. Throw it. End zone. Fletcher with the touchdown catch. Thank God. I really don't think a run would have worked there. Good thing I switched it. They are going to punt me the football back with 1:23 to go. Okay. It's game time, boys. They're going to pin me pretty far back. That's a decent punt. 17-yard line. 1:18, all 3 of our timeouts. Here we go. We technically just need to get in a field goal range, but on the road, it would need to be dead center, and I don't know how good our kicker is. So we got to just try to get a touchdown, basically. No. You're not taking me out of this. You're not taking me out of this. We're either going to go to overtime or we're going to win this game. Triangle, end zone. Oh, not end zone, corner. Duff gets it. Don't go out of bounds, Duff. That's a beautiful throw and a timeout called by Illinois. Well, an injury because of a timeout. Or timeout because of an injury is what I was trying to say that whole time there. I'm all stressed. I can't commentate. I'm trying to not lose to 4-4 Illinois. Although Benjamin doesn't really get anything to work there, I am going to call my first timeout. I was kind of hoping that'd be a little bit better. We are close to field goal range, but I want more. Not great screen blocking, but it is going to end up being good screen blocking. And now Illinois will call their timeouts. All right. We're making them stressed. Just like I'm stressed. Benjamin's going to get it. I'm going to try to... I'm basically, with those run plays, with that run play right there, I'm just trying to line up a field goal if I have to. As long as it's middle of the field, in between the hashes like that, I should be able to hit it. But who needs a field goal when you got a first down by Antoine Raymond? All timeouts used by the Fighting Illini. And I could drill this field goal if I needed to, but I want more. I want the touchdown. Raymond almost has. He's got 13 for 100. Kind of going crazy. Get set, please. Get set, please. The snap, the handoff. Raymond going nowhere. I'm going to call my second timeout here so I have a little bit of time to think. I think what I need to do is run this as close to the middle of the field as I can. Never mind. Touchdown, Raymond. He got in there with good blocking. Oh, my God. We might have just came away with another cardiac win. Injury to one of our guys, but 18 seconds remain. That's got to be the end of the game, right? And that is. They needed to score a touchdown. They couldn't do it. We survive another one, man. We keep doing it. We keep doing it. But hey, we're winning the games that we need to win. We're beating all the bad teams in the Big Ten. That is exactly what we're supposed to do. Because when it gets time to play Ohio State and Penn State, that's when we're going to be battling and possibly losing those games. We lose out on Gordon Allen to Miami. I kind of assume that. We're still third on the number 1 players board. Here is the rivalry game against Maryland. We're number 12 in the country, man. Number 12 in the country. We are going to need these visits to go absolutely crazy on these 5 stars. We're still first on the 2 of these guys' boards. I think if we win this game against Maryland in a blowout, we will secure Mukwamu. I gotta stop recruiting guys I can't pronounce their names. And Amari Fleming is really close to not committing. Houston is making a big push. They just had him on campus. I'm a little bit terrified, but we should be fine. Harry Jordan is a legendary name, by the way. I'll put 25 on him. We're going to be out on this guy. He's going to go to UConn. We will try to get Titus Rainbolt. Quincy Purvis will put some hours on. Faucha will put some hours on. Scott Wolf. Cam Ringo. Deion Hodges. You know what? Give me a 25 piece on Deion Hodges. Why? I don't know. He's not that good. he's not that good. But we are in some heated battles for some 5 stars. Will we get them? Probably not. But if we win this game against Maryland, we might secure one of them. And if we blow them out, that might be even better. So let's go do it. It is a rivalry game. We need a victory. And we need a blowout victory. It is our biggest game of the season outside of, obviously, the Oregon game or the Ohio State and Penn State games that are happening later in the season. This is our biggest game in terms of recruiting. We've got to get it done. We can do it. I believe in Joe Hendry. So I believe we can get this done. 1st and 10. Benjamin got the run. He's going to be back in the game again. Kind of surprised not to see any Antoine Raymond, but Benjamin's doing a good job, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Okay. Take that. Maryland did get a 3-point lead on us. And now they're driving, looking like they're going to score again, and they do. They get a 10 spot on us. Okay. Is Maryland actually going to be keeping us out of a blowout territory? I know this is a rivalry. You can throw the records out when it's a rivalry, but 4th and 10, that was not what I wanted. First down from the 19-yard line. I really want to blow out. I really need a blowout. That's a great throw. It's going to be a super late penalty by Maryland. Is it going to be roughing the passer? Wait, no, it's a hold. You got to be kidding me, man. Another penalty on a great throw from Kaliak Manis? That was a super late hold. It's almost like they waited for me to throw it. Or waited for me to see where the ball was going to go for it to be called, which is super stupid. Oh, crap. That didn't go well, did it? That was supposed to be a scramble, a rollout to the right side, and I stopped for a second, and then that cost me. Well, I got to get out of the pocket, or out of the end zone. Well, this hasn't gone well, has it? We had a beautiful throw that got taken back because of a hold, and then a sack, and then a scramble. It's 3rd and 19. We're kind of in shambles right now. That could be awesome if it's able to be caught, and it's not. Oh, what a brutal drive. What just a brutal drive. That holding call really killed everything, which it always does, doesn't it? Holding calls always kill everything. Thankfully, Maryland hasn't been able to do anything in a while. So we get the ball back. 3rd and 2. Let's just go easy. That's El Hadidi. First down for him. Ooh, that's a big play. We get to the end zone. Or we get to the red zone, close to the end zone. From the 4, 1st and goal. Give this to the GOAT. Give this to Antoine Raymond and let him bounce it in. Touchdown, Rutgers. Okay. A little bit of momentum, a little bit of Momo. Maryland can't do anything with it on their drive there, but the game is going back and forth. They finally get it a touchdown. And now with 3:05 to go, they lead by 3. So we can basically kiss a blowout goodbye. Now all we have to do is focus on the win. The win is the last thing that we need. Or the only thing that we need right now. If we don't win this, we can say goodbye to every 5-star, pretty much. No 5-stars are going to want to come play for a team that loses to Maryland. I think that's open, and it is, but it's off the hands. Duff could not bring it in on the dive. You shouldn't have even needed to dive on that. That ball was placed pretty well. Not sure why you dove. Keep running. Thank you. Duff catches that one. What do we do? 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 We need a touchdown. We need a touchdown. We need a touchdown. Big catch. First down. Kenny Fletcher Jr. with the catch, the senior. That's a pitch that I shouldn't have done. There was a shovel pass that shouldn't have been a shovel pass, but he got stuck when I decided to throw it. Somehow he still came away with it. I don't know how he caught that even. It was not supposed to be a shovel pass, I promise you. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Benjamin. Great blocks. Benjamin first down. Ja'Shawn Benjamin's been a stud as the number 2 running back, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Okay. But we got a fresh set of downs. We are working. Looking good. I like the route from X there. I didn't like the coverage that he got, though. Should I turn the chew clock on? I probably should, shouldn't I? Because if we're going to get a touchdown, I mean, Raymond's already basically right there. I probably should turn the chew clock on. Just to drain it so that they don't have a good chance of getting in. Thankfully, we got a first down here. I almost don't want to go in, and Raymond doesn't. Raymond doesn't go in. That's probably for the best, because that gets us under a minute, and it gets us under 40 seconds as well. But now we're in dangerous territory where we risk not getting in at all. But Benjamin does get in. We take the lead against Maryland, and hopefully they don't do anything with it. They're going to go for it on 4th down. We hold on for the victory. So we don't get the blowout that we wanted, but at least we win the game. We win the rivalry. We're having a really good season. We are having a really, really good season here in year number 1. Better than I expected, but to be fair, our schedule has not been super difficult. We're winning all the games we should win. And I'm hoping that even without the blowout, the one linebacker still commits, because that'd be a big-time 5-star to grab. He did not commit. We're still number 1 on his board, but we didn't do enough. Ugh, that's tough. That's real tough. That's real tough. And now I think we have Ohio State and Penn State to end the season. We're going to lose Brenton Hyde. We're going to lose Greg Luther. Amari Fleming, the visit did pretty well, but it didn't get him enough. It was a close game, so it's a +0 percentage. Oh, that's brutal. That is real brutal. If we would have blown out, I guarantee we would have got Mukwamu if it would have been a blowout. That's tough, man. We're going to lose out on a lot of these guys. That is tough. I just wish our grades were better. It'd help us out a lot. We get a commitment. Mukwamu commits. We have our first 5-star in the rebuild. We lose out on Brenton Hyde. He chose Penn State. That's kind of brutal. But we kind of saw the writing on the wall for that one. But we do have a 5-star. 6-4 Ohio State. That's kind of insane. And it makes me want to throw up. Brenton Hyde chose Penn State. We saw the writing on the wall. We knew that we weren't going to have the ability to keep him from going to Penn State. And he's got playing time as his deal breaker. He's not decommitting from Penn State, so we'll take him off the board. But we do get a 5-star in year 1. Malu Mukwamu is coming to Rutgers next year. Greg Luther most likely headed to Michigan. There's not really much else I can do about it. Oh my God, Amari Fleming. If we upset Ohio State, which is not out of the realm of possibility, they're 6-4. I know they still got a god tier squad, but they have not simulated very well. There's a world where we win this game and we have Amari Fleming on the roster, which is a guy that I absolutely want to have. But we have so many hours now. We need to go in on some of these other guys. We can take Harry Jordan off the board. We are battling for some people. Let's just toss 50 pieces on everybody. Or at least 25 pieces on some people. We'll toss 25 on you. We'll toss 25 on you. We'll toss 25 on you. A lot of these guys we're basically going to get anyway because nobody else is even going after them. some of them we're going to be in a fight for, but if we can somehow win this game against Ohio State, not only will we get to a 10-win season, but we will also most likely secure the commitment of that 5-star running back, Amari Fleming. I would love it if we could do that. Let's spend some coach abilities while we have them here. Let's get some of this working. Let's get some of this working. Some of this. Some of this. And some of this. There we go. So recruiter's starting to build up pretty good. We're now B- prestige, which is pretty good. And we have a massive game in the shoe against Ohio State, but they're not having a great season. There is a world where we win this game and our season looks a lot different. This is an unbelievably tough game, but it is not out of the realm of possibility for us to win. Maybe it is. We're down 7-0 already. We can do it. They are not having a good season. We can win this game. We can come into the shoe and beat the Buckeyes. It would hurt my heart to do it, but we're not Ohio State fans right now. We are Rutgers fans trying to upset the Buckeyes. But they've got such a good team, man. Raymond breaks the tackle. God, I love this kid so much. I might become an Antoine Raymond fan now in real life. I don't know how he's doing in the season in real life, but he's a god in this series so far. And he's only a sophomore. He's just a youngin'. But here comes Ja'Shawn Benjamin into the game to try to punch it in. We know how good this goal line defense is for the Buckeyes. And they will stop us at the 2. It is 4th and 2 from the 2. It's got to be the catch right there. The tight end drops it. Turnover on downs. I had to go tight end there. It was their best chance, wasn't it? And now with 1:41 to go, it becomes our football at the 20. Buckeye offense not moving very well. Is that Arvell Reese covering? It is. Arvell Reese is just amazing. Oh, it's Lincoln Keenolt's playing for the Buckeyes this game. I don't know if he surpassed Julian Sayin or what. No wonder they're not having a good season. Sheffield with the big catch. Come on, boys. We got to get points before half. That just has to happen. If we want to win this game, points before half is crucial. So just keep checking it down. Keep getting easy first. There's Arvell Reese. Future first-round pick. Hopefully by the Patriots. We're going to go underneath. Arvell's still covering, but dropped by Ian Strong. You got to be joking me right now. Ian Strong has been a safety blanket for me this season. That's Fletcher. And Kenny Fletcher trying to fight for a first down. Gets to the 47 for a gain of 3. Or not a gain of 3, a gain of 6. I don't remember if he's X or not. He is. Thank God I remember that. I wasn't sure if he was X, but I knew it was the tight end, so I had a good shot of it being X. I hate when I'm playing on the road and they get rid of the letter or the symbols of what it is, the buttons. Just check it down. It's wide open. Weber gets another first down. I'll call my first time out here. I don't really like anything here. I don't really like anything. We're going to fake the toss, and then I'm going to roll to the wrong side and scramble with Kaliakmanis. This is not what I wanted to do at all. That just didn't go well. That was never my intention to scramble with Kaliakmanis on that play. It just kind of went that way. I don't think that's open, but it might have to be. Sheffield gets picked up and thrown out of bounds. 24 seconds left. Oh, God, this drive has really started to crumble here. That's going to be open. That's Raymond for a first down. We'll call our second timeout. All right. We can make this work. We can make this work. I think Sheffield's got it. He does. Breaks the tackle. Call our final timeout. I was hoping he'd get the first down there, but he couldn't. That leaves us with 12 seconds. This Buckeye defense, their goal line defense is phenomenal. That's going to be unbelievable. That's a great stop. We got one more play. End zone, caught, touchdown. Thank God. Thank God we got the touchdown there. Man, that was close. Man, oh man, that was close. Buckeyes get a field goal out of it. But they have another. Oh my God, we must have immediately turned it over. I thought that said we were on offense. Yeah, interception by Caleb Downs for 59 yards. And now it's 17-7. I think we had 2 turnovers there in that drive, or those couple drives, because the Buckeyes weren't not moving the football themselves. Oh, I don't like this one bit. I don't know where to go with the football. Not there. Not there, that's for sure. 4th down alert. We got to go for it, obviously. We're down 17-7. I kind of knew this game was not going to go the way that I thought it was going to go, but, I mean, there was a world where we could win this one. I got to just try. Oh, it's caught! Duff came back to the football. Only 1 interception is kind of crazy. I thought we'd have more than that. I can't believe Duff came back to that football. 3rd and 8 screen pass feels illegal to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's R1, right? I think it's R1. Get it out to him. Throw me a block. Get it. Oh, I couldn't readjust. I could not readjust. It was not a great throw, and they already had a guy out there, so that was all kinds of bad. And now it's a 4th and 13. Oh, I'm going to get hit on the throw. We're going to lose to the Buckeyes. Oh, wait, oh my God. We just got a touchdown. It's 17-14. No, it's 17-20. Or 20-17. Nope. That's not even right either. God, I'm so stupid. It's 20-14. Good Lord, Juice. Learn how to speak and read numbers. That's dropped by Sheffield. The fact that we're in this game is kind of scary. Like, there's a chance we can win it, but it's not looking good. It's a very slim chance. We get a 1st down there. We gotta just go. We just gotta go. Just go, and more go. It's gotta be a touchdown, and it's gotta be now. Duff intercepted off the deflection, Arvell Reese. We are gonna lose to Ohio State. I mean, I knew that was probably a possibility, but they were so bad this year. 6-4, they weren't having a good season. I thought we could come in and upset them, but we just don't have the talent. We just don't have the talent to play against Ohio State. Not yet, at least. And that might lose us our 5-star recruit, our 5-star running back. Unless he still commits after the loss. But that's a pretty tough loss right there. We could have taken advantage against a bad Ohio State team, and he does not commit to us after that week. We lose Greg Luther. I kind of assumed that was going to happen. Even if we would have won, we probably still would have lost him. Now we take on Penn State. And Amari Fleming, we've dropped down. Pro potential, there's a world where Greg Luther decommits from Michigan. It's not a very possible world, but there's a world. I may keep him on the board. I may, in fact, I can take Purvis off this board. He's not going to come to us. It's not a very probable world, but there is a world where we can grab that fullback or that corner off of a decommit. I got to keep him on there just for the sake of it. See what happens. Just keep putting 5 hours in on everybody. Make sure everybody's looking good. Man, the fact that Amari Fleming drops down and now Cincinnati's got him on campus, losing that game to Ohio State might have just lost us Amari Fleming. There's nothing else I can do. I've done everything I can. That super sucks. I guess maybe the only way we can get back in it is if we win this game against Penn State, but I highly doubt we're going to do that. This is our final game of the season, final regular season game of the year. We're taking on Penn State. They're not having that good of a year. They're 9-2, lost 2 games in the conference, but they keep getting field goals on us. Our offense can't seem to do anything, and their defense just keeps giving the football or the defense keeps letting Penn State score. Finally, we get a chance to jump in here. It just kept, it was off, or defensive moment after defensive moment after defensive moment. We finally get to jump in. It's 15 to nothing. We may, in fact, lose to Penn State. Which is not like, it's not a bad thing to lose to Penn State. It's just we've had such a good year. It's kind of disappointing to see it all crumble at the end with two. I mean, the fact that we had to play Ohio State and Penn State the final 2 games of the year, just a brutal schedule. Brutal scheduling. Kaliak Manis has an interception in this one. This is his final home game as a Rucker player. Next year's going to be a new era, that's for sure. We'll have a new quarterback, whether it's the freshman that we redshirted, or if it's the guy that we have as the backup right now, or if it's one of the guys that we are recruiting. I don't know. It's going to be somebody, that's for sure. Somebody will play the quarterback position next year. I just don't know who it is. We're moving the football decently well right now. I think I can float that in. Weber takes a bad animation. That looked like it was going to be a catch. And then the animation kind of took it out of it. Fire that in. That's caught by Duff. But it's third down. We'll have to call that timeout. I hate that the simulation has not been very kind to us. Get a few yards by Sheffield there. We'll have to hurry up. We'll have 2 plays if everything goes well. They're playing the middle of the field now. I wasn't expecting them to play the middle of the field. Duff gets it, but doesn't get the first down. It's the end of the half. I was not expecting them to play the middle of the field there, if I'm being totally honest. I thought they would do the same thing they've been doing, which was not playing the middle of the field. They adjusted. Duff caught it, but he didn't get the first down and ended our half. If he would have got the first down, we might have had a chance. Probably not, but maybe. I guess I could have spiked it and had one shot at the end zone. That's going to be Ian Strong for a first down, so he keeps the drive alive. Good job. We're in the red zone now from the 7. If we would have scored at the end of the half, man, that would have been game-changing. Hand off to Benjamin. Benjamin down at the 3. I feel like the game registered him down before he was actually down, but whatever. Benjamin again, this time shut down. Loss of a yard. I am noticing our goal line our goal line offense has been struggling against the good teams. Ohio State and then Penn State now. Kind of struggling. That's a tight window to throw, but Sheffield catches it. Kaliak Manis with a beautiful ball. I think Penn State scored. They did score. It's 22-7 in the 4th quarter. Man, we just don't have the talent in year number 1. I didn't expect us to win these games, but you always got to try to win these, obviously. And if you do end up winning, I mean, then it's huge for your season, but I knew that there was a small chance. I even talked about it. I knew there was a small chance that we were going to win either of these games. Just to be in them is kind of cool. That's going to be called 4th and inches, really? You're going to call me 4th and inches on that? You didn't get a first down? I'll just go with the simple stuff. It's Ian Strong, first down. I probably could have done something else on that. Just take the easy stuff. Just take the guarantee. We got to score here, get the football back without Penn State scoring, and then score again, obviously. Antoine Raymond does just that. But it looks like Penn State's going to score. I didn't mean to click that. If they score here, it's game over. It pretty much already is game over, but if they score here, it's game over. They get a field goal out of it. That's not the end of the world. It's not good, but it's not the end of the world. First down, Ian Strong. I mean, we got to score almost immediately here. We only have 1 timeout. And it's a 4th and 9. I don't know why they took me out of that. Why that animation? It's over. We lost. Why was that the animation? That's so frustrating. What was that animation? Why would he jump and do that? He didn't need to do it. So we lose to Penn State 25-14. We end our season on a couple of losses, but I mean that's just a sucky scheduling. Having Ohio State and Penn State at the end of the season like that, back to back, is just brutal scheduling. But we do end up finishing 9-3. We lost to all the good teams: Oregon, Penn State, and Ohio State. Tough season. It's going to be tough recruiting as well, but we do get bowl eligible, and we're going to be in a pretty good bowl too. I'm going to take Greg Luther off. There's no way he decommits from Michigan. We're going to lose Amari Fleming to Cincinnati, unfortunately. So at least we were able to pull 1 5-star. It's pretty impressive to get 1 5-star. I'm pretty happy with that. I am trying my very best to get some of these 3 stars to commit to the school. Who knows if they actually will. We'll see. We got week 15. Here we go. Week 15. Oh. We get a commitment. It is Elijah Faucha, 3-star right tackle. Welcome aboard. And Amari Fleming chose Cincinnati. Just heartbreaking, man. Absolutely heartbreaking. He could have been a program-changing running back. An absolute program-changing running back. I got to fire some people, man. I got to fire some people. Brett Carpenter's getting fired. The dude that I just fired as offense coordinator is getting fired. We're going all in on new coaches. We're going all in on new coaches. Got to shake some things up. Got to shake some things up. Even though we won 9 games, got to change some things. Got to see what's out there. We lose out on Scott Wolf. It's going to be 1 5-star and a lot of 3 stars. It's going to be a weird recruiting season. Byram Brown from UAB is, or not UAB, from USF, I mean, is your Heisman Trophy winner. 3,600 yards and 31 touchdowns. That's a new one. Haven't seen that. We get the Guaranteed Rate Bowl against number 23 Houston. That's the bowl game we get. And it looks like it's in the actually, I thought it was a cactus. I was gonna say it looks like it's in the desert because there's a cactus, but I don't think there is. I don't know where the Guaranteed Rate Bowl is. All right, let's go job hunting here. Look for some new candidates. We got Jeff Nixon, Chris Creighton, Mike Martino, Joe Moorhead. I do love Moorhead. Drew Moore, Vernon Braverman. Is there anybody? I was hoping Eddie George would be here. Is there anybody that's good? What kind of talent tree are we working with for you? You've got Master Motivator almost. You've got Regular Motivator, Architect, and Tactician. Interesting. This guy's level 29, Chris Creighton. He's got Tactician, Strategist, and Recruiter. Okay. What about Joe Moorhead? That's Chris Creighton still. Joe Moorhead. Ooh, he's got a lot of stuff, actually. He's got Master Motivator almost unlocked. Okay. Joe Moorhead might be my offensive coordinator. At least that is my first option. What about Vernon Braverman? He's got Recruiter and Motivator. I kind of like Joe Moorhead. I think I'm going to offer him a contract. I don't know if he's going to sign it, but we'll offer him. And then what about defensive coordinator? Willie Murphy, Earl Winovich, Alex Mustard, Alex Tunch, Fran Brown. Ooh, he's got head coaching offers, but maybe he wants to come coach me as the defensive coordinator. He's also got talent developer, which is a pretty big one. I got to go Fran Brown. I got to go Fran Brown and see if we can get him. We've got the bowl game now. Early National Signing Day, we can see what our 5-star development trait is. Malu Mukwamu. He is star development. You know what? Could have been worse. Could have been worse. We got locked out of Amari Fleming. I hate him. Whatever. All right. Hopefully the portal's nice to us. But let's go see if we can win a bowl game. A 10-win season would be pretty sick. That is for sure. So maybe we can do it. Maybe we can't. You never know. The Season 1 bowl game is here. It is the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Or just the Rate Bowl. I don't really know. But we're taking on Houston. We should be better than them. We had a good season in the Big Ten. We're battle tested. But we are down 14-3. All right. Okay. Things are getting a little ugly. I'm getting no moments. I'm getting simply no moments. Finally, fourth quarter. It was basically a whole quarter and a half of no moments. That's kind of insane. I guess I could have jumped in, but do we really care that much about the Rate Bowl? It's nice. It'd be nice to have a Rate Bowl trophy in the trophy cabinet. That's a crazy catch from Sheffield. We went high point on that, and he goes up and gets it like the dog that he is. He's playing in his final game as a Rutgers Scarlet Knight. Same thing for Callie McManus. But this man right here, Antoine Raymond, coming back. He's going to be so good. He's going to get so much skill points upgrade in the offseason training. He's going to be a beast for season 2. And he's going to get down. Where's he at? He's not down yet. Finally at the 2. He might end up being our best player overall-wise. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. We are clawing our way back in this one. Game is on the line. Get the football back. We've got it back on a punt. Down 14-9. We must have went for 2 and didn't get it. Or missed the extra point. Something happened. We should be 14-10, but now we already had to score a touchdown, but now we absolutely have to score a touchdown. And there's a flag in the play, illegal block in the back. I hate myself. I want to punch myself in the face with a spork. It's Jet Elad, the senior. Big end of the game drive. Let's do this thing. Let's go do this thing. Let's go win ourselves a bowl game trophy. Oh, look at the blocking. Look at the blocking. Raymond, beautifully done. Timeout called by Houston for an injury. He's faking it. He's absolutely faking it. He just doesn't want the clock to run down. Hand off to Raymond. More decent blocking. Antoine Raymond, look at him fall forward, man. More injuries. This time one of our guys got hurt, along with one of their guys. But, I mean, their guys are made of paper. These guys are getting injured every single play. More solid blocking, and Antoine Raymond finally can run the clock down on a handoff. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We're doing a good job here. Obviously got to be careful when we're running the clock down because we don't want to run ourselves out of the game. I'm going to send Ian Strong deep and see if he can do something. He can't, but Antoine Raymond can't either. He drops that pass. Didn't expect that. Did not expect that. We were in contention for a college football playoff spot. If we would have, I think if we would have beat either Ohio State or Penn State, we probably would have been in the college football playoffs because our ranking would have been super good. But we're here in the Rate Bowl against Houston. That's funny how life works. Big run from Antoine Raymond. First down and more. He's so good. We are about to be under a minute after this play. We'll find Weber for the first down. He goes out of bounds. Callie McMahon is doing a good job of delivering the passes. I'm a little bit worried about our quarterback situation next year because I don't know who it's going to be. And I like to be a little bit prepared on who's going to be the quarterback, so I'm a little bit concerned about it. I got to throw that away. I could try to throw that to R1, but it might have been incomplete, and I guess that wouldn't have mattered. Probably would have been same situation as me throwing it away, so probably should have tried it. I'm waiting on somebody to come across the middle. That's a horrible ball. Callie McManus, man, you got to deliver that ball with some speed. If you throw that in stride, it's a touchdown. I'm just glad it didn't sail too much and get intercepted. That would have been awkward. That's open. It's Antoine Raymond. The ball gets there. Touchdown, Rutgers. Beautiful. Antoine Raymond does the job, and we will hold on for the bowl game victory. All right. A 10-win season's not too shabby in season 1. It could have gone a lot worse. Now, to be fair, like I keep saying, our schedule was pretty easy. We had a bunch of the bum teams in the Big Ten that we had to play, and you should beat those teams. Our only 3 losses were against the best Big Ten teams, but we win our first trophy of the series. And a 10-win season in our first year as a head coach is not bad at all. Not bad at all. But now we got to get to the offseason. The most fun part. Joe Moorhead is our offensive coordinator. What about Fran Brown? Ooh. No Fran Brown. Okay, he must have wanted to be a head coach somewhere. He took a job somewhere else I didn't see. We've got Ryan Beard as a new addition. All right, what's he got? He's got motivator, architect, and tactician. He's the former head coach of what is that, Missouri State or something like that. I kind of want another guy that has talent developer, but I don't know if we're gonna find another guy like that. It's gonna have to be a former head coach, and all these guys are not former head coaches. Hmm. Maybe we ride it out with Ryan Beard. You know what? I'll offer him a contract. We can always fire him later, next year. Oops, almost dropped my controller there. That was close. We can always fire him next year if we have to. At least we got the offense coordinator. And Ryan Beard has accepted the job as the defensive coordinator of Rutgers. You know what? That's a step up. Going from head coach of Missouri State to defense coordinator at a Big Ten school like Rutgers, I feel like that's a step up. National championship game. Who is going to be the national champion for the first season? Some big XP. Love to see it. All right, here we go. Who is it? It's going to be Texas A&M beating Texas Tech. That's something I haven't seen before in College Bowl 26. Is Texas A&M and Texas Tech being the two teams in the national championship? Okay. Let's keep grinding on recruiter, making sure that we have as good of a chance as we do. We do. And do I have enough points? Minimum coach level is, oh, I don't. Okay, so I might as well keep these 12 points then, because I have to get to level 10 to unlock motivator, or unlock the ability to unlock motivator. But a 10-win season in season 1 is not too shabby. If we can kill the portal, bring in some good players, finish out this recruiting class, we could be pretty good. We have a lot of guys transferring because of brand exposure, including Antoine that are pretty good. We need to look at quarterback, though, and running back. All of the top quarterbacks do not want to come play for me. They all have deal breakers or have just simply locked us out. But Taven St. Clair is interested. Now we're talking. Tavian St. Clair is interested in coming here. That changes some things. Steve Angeli is also interested. Okay. Tavian St. Clair on this list is pretty awesome. I'm gonna take off Lewis Beach because we're not gonna win that battle. I don't really care to win that battle. Chip Hilch, yep. Take him off the board. Vernon Blue chose Delaware, even though I don't even think they offered him a scholarship. We can add Eli Faucha to the top of this board. These guys are just going to simply commit. It's not the end of the world there. I should probably just take off all the guys that I don't care about recruiting. Like, we don't need to go hard on a guy like Caleb Countess, so we can take him off the board. Nate Odell, we don't have to go after that much. We just need to go after portal players. Just strictly go after portal players. I need to take a look at running back, though. I need to make sure that running back is gonna work for us. We've got Fluff Bothwell. There's a good chance that Bo Jackson's in here. So I want to keep a spot open for him if he's here and if he's interested. He is here, but he's not interested because we have a bad playing style. Why can I never get Bo Jackson? I'm never gonna ever get Bo Jackson in any of these series, am I? It's just never gonna happen. I just want Bo Jackson. I just want Bosif. Is it really that much to ask for? All the wide receivers don't want to come play for me. Danny Scudero from San Jose State's a speedster. That's pretty interesting. There's a couple of 3 stars. Noah Rogers from NC State. I'll put on the board because I do like Noah Rogers. And then Scrap Richardson is kind of a crazy name. We'll go after him. Oh, God. All of these guys hate me. Luke Montgomery's pretty sick, though, from Ohio State. Is that everybody? Do I take off all these other guys that I don't have a chance at? Yeah, get rid of all these freshmen. Who want freshmen anyway? Nobody wants freshmen. We want old players. We want guys that have been around. We want guys that have seen some things. Let's go add some more people. We need outside linebacker desperately. Jaden Studio's kind of interesting. Devin Jackson. We've got Jackson Eck, which is a crazy name. Brian Longwell. Caleb Woodson's interested in us. Jemai Otis from Hawaii. We're familiar with him. We can't go after him because we are out of space. All right, well, I'm going to go through and offer all these guys scholarships and put hours on them and everything. I will catch you guys back when everything is done. Just know I'm going to go pretty hard on Tavian St. Clair, and I'm going to go pretty hard on Coy Parrish. I'm going to go pretty hard on Fluff Bothwell. We're going to try to build this team in the portal. All right, I've got everything situated. 750 hours is not a lot to work with, but that is where I've got everything. Let's get into this off-season recruiting, see what goes our way. I put obviously a lot of hours onto Tavian St. Clair because I would like him to be our free with that 50 hours, so that's good. Bothwell, we're running away with. Nobody else is even going after him. Kamari Ramsey, we're probably not going to get. We are trying to get Dorian Fleming. Oh my God, a D and an F are the two things he's interested in? That's not ideal at all. All right, I guess we just kind of have to hope and pray on him. We can take Angeli off the board. Jaden Baugh. How do I manage this? We're gonna get Noah Rogers. We're gonna get Scrap Richardson. We're gonna get Luke Montgomery. Brian Longwell. We're not gonna get. So we can free up those hours, I guess. Kamari Ramsey. It's not looking like we're gonna get him, unfortunately. We can't even get him on a visit. So yeah, Kamari Ramsey's gone. We can free up those hours. We have 120 hours. I guess I can go fully on Fluff Bothwell now. Put a full 50 back on him. Parrish is on campus week 4 or this week to Louisville, but he should still commit to us. I would think. Oh yeah, we can send the house, or we can hard sell him. He's got two really good hard sells. It's probably going to be standard bearer, but it could be something else. So let's see if it could be something else. No, it doesn't look like it is. Okay, so it's going to be no, it is standard bearer. So that's an A plus, an A, and a C. That should be enough, even with a good visit from Louisville. Should be enough to keep him here in New Jersey. Fleming, we are battling with South Carolina. That's funny because he went there in our series, our South Carolina series. But now we're on the opposite side trying to deny South Carolina. I think it's going to be Conference Legend, isn't it? So let's try to get that one. Zabian Brown, I'll try to swoop in last second and get him on a visit week 4. He likes playing style. We'll also toss a full 50. That'd be a sick one if we could swoop in last second. I don't know if it's going to happen. Eli Bowen, he's got a competitive visit, but I got to try something. Because I would like a sophomore Eli Bowen corner. Would be pretty sick. Two A pluses and a B is about as good as you can get for Rutgers. We'll take these off. It looks like I can only go 35, unfortunately, for Tal Johnson. Although I can do a hard sell. That might be... No, I can't do a hard sell. Can I take 5 hours off of somebody? No, I can't. Okay. Well, Tal Johnson's probably not going to come here. I can go full 35 on him, and that's about as all best we can do. We're not going to get... Oh, I can take Jaden Ball off the list because we're not going to get him, are we? Or Danny Scarudo? Or Scudero? Yeah, let me take Scudero off. We're not going to get Scudero. I can get him on campus. Might be good enough to help. I can stop recruiting Noah Rogers as hard because we're going to just get him. And that might allow me to get Jaden Baugh if I send the house on him. I might be able to grab him at the last second. I'm going to hope that it's aspirational goals. I don't know if it is, but... that are recommended. Some corners. We're good on corners. We need offensive line or outside linebacker. But unfortunately, all the outside linebackers are not super good overalls or good star ratings. It's a lot of 2 stars, and I'm not super intrigued by 2 stars. I'll put Gavin Willis on them, but he's a junior. Is there anybody lower? I'll put this guy on there, Baum Jock, because I like his name. I'll put him on there specifically for that alone. And then we'll offer them scholarships. And we might not get any of these guys because we're so late into the race for them. But just adding the scholarships maybe ends up swinging it in our way. But here comes the moment of truth. Do we get Tavian St. Clair to be the future of this program? Let's find out. Here are the commitments. Eli Bowen. So we get a big-time sophomore corner. Well, he's going to be a junior. Luke Montgomery from Ohio State's a big one. Nathan Krause is a quarterback that we were going in all season. Same thing with Ndukwe. Those guys had the deal breakers. DeAndre Tuggle, A lot of the freshmen committing. Dalvin Stockton, another freshman. Nate Cho, freshman. Max Fothworth. We're getting all the freshmen committed already. Another freshman. Another freshman. Actually, that might have been a... Was that a transfer? No, I think he's a freshman. Deion Hodges commits. Zabian Brown. Okay, so we were able to swoop in and get him. Fluff Bothwell. So we get a running back outside of Antoine Raymond. Noah Rogers. Malachi Davis. Caleb Woodson. I'm not seeing Tavian St. Clair, crucially. There's Coy Parrish. Doreen Fleming. Come on, Tavian. Tal Johnson. Scrap Richardson. Tavian. Come on, Tavian. It might not be enough. It's a big recruiting class, but I don't see Tavian St. Clair. Unless they're saving him for the last one. Come on, Tavian. Come on, Tavian. I didn't see Tavian St. Clair. We don't get him. He chooses to go to Boise. Oh, we couldn't hold it out. I knew I should have put a week 4 visit in on him. I think I screwed it up by getting him week 3 and not week 4. We do bring in a pretty hefty class. Yeah, Boise swooped in last second. They didn't even have a visit for him. I knew that I should have put week 4. I think if we schedule him week 4, we get him. Man, that does kind of suck. Jaden Baugh, we don't get. But we bring in a pretty big class. 29 people in the class. Let's take a look at all their dev traits. Normal dev for Faucha. Normal for Kraus. Normal for Ndukwe. Impact for DeAndre Tuggle. Elite for Dalvin Stockton. Okay. Normal for Nate Chow. Impact for Foxworth. Normal for Stoner. Normal for Rainbolt. Normal for Ringo and for Hodges. Star for Coy Parrish. Star for Bothwell. Impact for Fleming and for Brown. Star for Bowen. Impact for Johnson. Star for Rogers. Impact for Richardson. Star for Montgomery. Impact for Woodson. Star for Adelaide. Normal for Davis and for Bloom. Smith has impact. Croswell has normal. Star for Easley and normal for Bohm Jacques. So it's not a great class. It is a good class. We end up finishing 24th in the country. Pretty solid. We got 1 5-star. We got 6 4-stars, 21 3-stars. It's a fine class. It could have been better. If we would have been able to add Tavian St. Clair, it would have been a little bit better. I'm okay with it. I just don't know what we're going to do at quarterback. But Dalvin Stockton having elite dev is kind of insane. And it looks like he's a little bit of a two-way player. He can be safety or an edge rusher. He's 6'2", 236. I think he fits more as a safety. We're going to turn him into a safety. I don't know what we do at quarterback. Maybe it's AJ Saras or Sarace, whatever his name is. Maybe it's Sean Ashenfelder. Or it's the freshman Nathan Krause or Deion Hodges. I don't know. Quarterback's going to be a weird one. We do add Fluff Bothwell to the team. So that's something. Wide receiver, we got KJ Duff, Noah Rogers, Scrap Richardson, Michael Thomas, and then a couple of the younger guys that we redshirted. So the receiver room is kind of interesting. Tight end, we bring in Dorian Fleming, which should help us out a little bit. We are pretty thin on offensive tackle. Who can play here? I bet Marquez Easley can play offensive tackle, can he? Yeah, he's a 73 overall at that. So he can move over there, give us a little bit more depth at the position. Center, we've got some pretty good stuff there. We're pretty solid at... actually, right guard's pretty low overall. So is right tackle. And Duquay's only a 70, and he's going to start. 75 right guard. You're also a 74 overall tight end. Okay. He's a 75 overall right guard. Are any of you higher overall at tackle? Not really. Looks like we're going to have to go in on offensive line in the portal. Or not in the portal, in recruiting next year. Because our offensive line's a little bit thin and a little bit weak. But we'll figure it out. We got Malachi Davis in there. We've got Elijah King. Let's move some of these guys over to right edge. So that we have a little bit more depth at the position. We'll move you guys over to right edge just to give us a little bit more flexibility there. And then defensive tackle, we are very old at defensive tackle. So defensive tackle, offensive line are going to be some big positions of need. There's the 5-star. He's a 79 overall. He's going to be a big player for us. He's going to be a big player for us. That is for sure. Our cornerback room is looking a little bit better now. Xavier Brown, Eli Bowen, and teaming up with Bo definitely improves the look of the room a little bit, at least initially. And then we got Coy Parrish. We could always move Johnson to corner like we did in East Delaware Dynasty. He played pretty well at that position. So, and he's not going to play. He's not going to start at free safety with Coy Parrish. So, I like the idea of having these as our corners. I like it a lot. Parrish will play safety for me, and then it looks like Dalvin Stockton with that elite dev is going to be our starting strong safety. Get him on the field. Get that elite dev working. Sucks that we didn't get Tavian St. Clair. I think that would have been really cool. I think I screwed it up. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think if I would have went week 4 visit, I would have gotten him. But I thought that having the complimentary visit with Dorian Fleming would help him commit even without having the week 4 visit. I thought I could like counteract it basically, but I was wrong. I was very much wrong. We couldn't counteract it, unfortunately. But now we are into regular motivator. We've unlocked that now, so we'll see what we can get. We will see what we can get. It's still a long road ahead. It's only year number 1. It is only year number 1, but we had a 10-win season. I think that's probably not going to be as easy of a season next year because we don't have a quarterback that's guaranteed. We don't have a lot of players on the roster. We're not going to customize the conferences just yet. But we will move into season number 2, and I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't. We're a B-plus championship contender, though, for some reason. I mean, we won 10 games. I guess that could be considered a B-plus championship contender. But this depth chart's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know who the quarterback is going to be. They have it as A.J. Sarras right now, and that might just be where we go with it. He's not the best player that we have on roster, but he's got the best accuracies. He's got the best arm out of everybody. It's not looking good. I guess we'll go through the training, the skill. We'll use all the skill points that we have, and then we'll decide next episode who our quarterback is going to be. Because there are some players that have some decent skill points, including Shiraz and Ashenfelder. So between these two guys, whoever has the better overall after the skill points have been spent, that's probably who our quarterback is going to be. So we'll figure that out. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are now rebuilding Rutgers. We got through season 1. We won 10 games in the first year. Kind of an overachiever, if you ask me. But we'll get the schedule figured out. We'll get the red shirts, the prospects, everything. We'll load up for week number 1 next season to start the second year. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.